I'm going to show you a technique for opening oysters, and it's one of those things that I find people get very nervous about. I mean, there's sharp objects around, and obviously chefs who do it all the time make it look very easy. It is very easy, but just to slow it down and just to run you through each stage will make things a lot easier for both you and your fingers. When you're opening oysters, keep the bottom shell upright so none of the juices flow out, because that's where a lot of the flavour comes from, and also make sure to just check for bits of shell that have become dislodged during the opening process. The simplest way, the way I do it, is to get a tea towel in your hand. Always have a tea towel in your hand. Put the oyster in there. Then you get an oyster knife and get the point of the oyster knife into the point of the oyster. Then move the oyster left and right. Don't move the knife, move the oyster, and let the knife just sit there, because you don't want to be moving the knife around. You just twist and you'll feel it just go in. The moment you feel it go in, twist it 90 degrees. Once that's done, you've freed the base of the oyster, and now the only thing holding the oyster from the shell is a small muscle, and it's found at about 3 o'clock on the oyster, so on the clock face. So you just run your knife up and pull the knife out at 3 o'clock, and you'll separate that muscle. Then you obviously take off the top of the oyster, get rid of any shell, and then just run your knife back through the muscle that sits on inside the oyster just to loosen it from its shell, make it easier to eat. And here we're just going to serve them on some ice. Traditional condiments, shallots with some red wine vinegar, some Tabasco, lemon juice, very, very simple. Nothing more elaborate needs to be done, and like I say, once you've opened them, you can explore for yourself some other techniques of how to eat oysters.